Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Procast, the side of East Yorkshire, and today I have a 1v1 on Fata Morga Remastered. Over in the Space Marine corner we've got Rolly McNolly, and over in the Imperial Guard corner we've got Shed. Shed throwing out a smorgasbord of guardsmen, as well as a tech priest, engine seer, and a infantry command, as well as a plasma generator just for good measure. Whereas the Space Marine player is going to go for triple scouts, a extra servitor, chapel barracks, and a plasma generator. So first game of Dawn of War Pro that we've done on this channel since the recent updates. For those of you who haven't seen that video, minor changes for the Imperial Guard faction and the Space Marine faction. One, as we can see just here, Cassicans have been changed so that their decap and recap time is now the same time as, say, for example, some Assault Marines, Raptors, other units from other factions that primarily cap and decap bits and bobs. Space Marines, they've got like a minor... What should I say, minor? It's actually quite a significant decrease of the cost of venerable dreadnoughts. So it's a late game kind of change for Space Marine players and a early game change for the Imperial Guard, which we will see now. And let's just compare and contrast the capture times. So you can see it over there. It's going up at that kind of speed. And these dudes just absolutely ploughing through this strategic point. What else we got? We've got a command squad coming for the Imperial Guard faction. And we also have a force commander coming out as well. Scouts just going around, capturing everything they can as quickly as humanly possible. Servitors building up listing posts and whatnot. Both factions going for their natural relic. We also have a Telepathica Temple coming for the Imperial Guard as well. The Psychers on this game, you'll see that when they get attached to their squad's little lightning bolts appear around the feet of whoever they are nearby or attached to, and that just gives them like a general, I think it's like a 25% decrease in ranged damage, or, well, if it's not 25%, it's a certain percent. More Space Marines, well, not, should I say more Space Marines, just a squad of Space Marines are coming out for the Space Marine faction. Force Commander coming round on the Never Eat Shredded Wheat on the western flank. Cassicans capturing this critical location in the middle. Imperial Guard seems to have been... Yeah, there we go, they've gone for this location over here. Middle one. Seems that these guardsmen over here are going to focus on this critical location as well, so lots of focus on grabbing those all-important critical locations. Remember, in Dawn of War Pro, critical locations do give a lot more resources than your regular strategic points. So it's not just for winning the battle, it's also for getting a lot more blue money. Apologies there. Psyker coming out to say hello. Force Commander will see him there. We'll start shooting at him. These scouts are also going to join in the fun. Psyker, not a lot of health, is going to run straight back into the listening post, where it's nice and safe. Imperial Guard a little bit stretched out at the moment. Nowhere. I mean, all the boys are kind of spread out a little bit. We've got some guardsmen over here firing at these scouts. These scouts will run away, waiting for these guys to come into closer proximity. Commander squad has gone for a Commissar and a Psyker. Another thing as well is that you can see that when the Commissar's nearby, it's a little really cool symbol around the feet, signifying that people get a better morale and potentially damage whatnot. Imperial Guard guardsmen over here, they're going to be slow but surely murdered by all the bolter fire of the Space Marines. These guys are now going to try and time up into close combat. And will do for a short while. This Space Marine just shaking his, well, the most aggressive handshake by the looks of things over there. Cassicans moving in. Very fast rate of fire. I'm going to take down one full squad of Space Marines. So not a full squad. They just took down two. So, there we go, yeah. So that's the same squad. They just fell behind somewhat. Cassicans firing away at these scouts as well. Also doing a fair bit of damage to Force Commander. Force Commander is probably one of the most tankiest, if not the tankiest, hero, well, early game hero of any faction. These scouts don't want these critical locations being in the command of the Imperial Guard. So, we'll try and decap that critical location, but we'll be pushed back by these guardsmen. Lots of Imperial forces moving down the centre. Though we do have... Now we've got two Space Marine squads, and one Space Marine squad is going to go for some heavy bolters, which will absolutely chunk through any and all armour. These guys are heavy infantry. These guys are medium infantry. We do have a lightning bolt thingamadoodad going to attack the Force Commander. Will slow him down. He will attach himself to this Space Marine squad over here, which also slows them down as well, by the looks of things. Commander squad going in. Another lightning bolt focusing down on the Space Marine squad over there. These guys are not having a grand old time. The heavy bolter squad has been tied up by these guardsmen over here. Cassicans and their guardsmen allies with the Psyker en route are joining in the fray from a distance. Does look like, there we go, they are going to get a squad wipe. These guys are starting to retreat a bit, but the moment they disengage, these guys turn around, and with 2 heavy bolters, they are able to rip through the health of the guardsmen. 85 and 20 economy to 115 and 30, so significant economic advantage for the guardsmen at the moment. Scouts moving out, not getting their sniper rifles as of yet. Force Commander very, very low on health. He's moving forward, he has been upgraded with a plasma pistol. Commander falling back. Psychon, very low health. Commander as well. What else going on in the base at the moment? We've got some Death Before Dishonor, Battle Armor, Plasma Gens. Any more bits and bobs going? War Gear, Target Finders. So everyone just going for the upgrades at the moment. Oh, accidentally clicked the old chat box there. No one will talk to me even if I talk something in the chat box. That's not how replays work, Mr. Landshark. Both listening posts over here getting their upgrades will increase the defensive capabilities of the guardsmen, as well as increase their general blue money income. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Space Marine player goes for the next bit. Oh, we've got, hecky flip, we've got a tier 2 going for the guardsmen already. Space Marine player not quite getting there, as going to be very behind on the tech for a little while at least. So what's his plan? Is he going to go for more Space Marines, or is he just holding his money for the moment? Is he saving up? He has got the money to tech up. He's going to fall back, give the guardsmen the field. They have got quite a good, how should I say, quite a good map presence at the moment. They have popped a infantry command down here, which will help them defend this listening post if the Space Marine player does manage to break out. There we go. We've now got tier 2 going for the Space Marine player. What's the guardsmen doing with their tech advantage? Nothing much at the moment. Space Marine player moving forward. Heavy bolters on the front rank. Will fire a frag grenade into the commander squad. Will slow them down a bit. Managing to get that Commissar down. Throws down another grenade. Managing to kill the Psyker as well. Commander very low on health. Although, quite lucky that he survived, and that would have been a major benefit for the Space Marine player if they just pushed a little bit more just to get that Commander Sacred Artifact going for the Space Marine players. So maybe focusing on getting a... Well, what could you get with that? You could get a Psyker or a Chaplain from there. You could also get loads of upgrades for your Grey Knights if they so choose. Ogrins are out on the field. Ideal for just getting up close and personal. Space Marines are going for double missile launchers in anticipation for any guardsman vehicles, but they'll be disappointed to see those Ogrins coming down. We also do have, I do believe we saw a, what we call it, the Battle Honours, where the command squad can get more dudes in his squad. I think that was one of the things we saw getting researched on there. Oh, heck, flip, we've got some Cassigan mischief going on. We'll try and decap this relic, managing to get the listening post off it, but these minefields will push him back. This poor unfortunate soul being bashed around either side. Skull probe out. We'll be able to see them when they are infiltrated. Based on these symbols that you can see here, they can be infiltrated for a limited amount of time, or when they are in cover. They do have a speed upgrade as well, so that will help them get out of damage radius or damage range of any bad boys. Command squad now with a full complement of a Commissar, Psyker, and a Priest. Guardsmen pushing forward. Ogrins on the front lines, being fired at with some missile launchers. They don't seem to be tanking up too well against the missile launchers, to be fair. Force Commander being zapped by lightning, being slurred, allowing the command squad to kite him a little bit. Scout Marine over here, being shot down. Ogrins with their bull grin, chasing down these Space Marines. We do have some Grey Knights coming in. They will offer some support and trying to push these Ogrins back. The Ogrins are quite low on health at the moment. We do have a big, shiny ability. I do believe that's because the commander has just died. So that will give them a little bit of a debuff in the combat. Morale has been broken. from these guardsmen over here. They are pushing forward for reasons, not sure why they're going so hardcore into the base. Space Marine squad with the heavy bolters managed to get a full command squad wipe, and this does look like a massive over-engagement from the Imperial Guard side. Do have a brother chaplain coming out for the Space Marines. Be ideal to join in with these Grey Knights. Chaplain does have a general health buff aura around him. Will keep these Grey Knights alive and kicking. Yeah, it's not a brilliant situation for the Guardsmen to be in over there, but they are managing to kill some more Scout Marines. Priest, a lonely priest over here. These Cassigans moving around invisible. Going to try and kill the Servitor. They have been upgraded with a... What weapon have they got? They have got some melter guns, which will help them rip through this listening post. Ogrin's also going to join in, get involved in some of that action. Priest manages to see this minefield. Cassigans are going to take care of this. Ogrin's don't want to get too close in melee combat and get blown up by that minefield. Grey Knights, a grand total of 7 of them. They are going to get a skull probe as well. They are able to get them in without having the need to get them from the listening post. Although I do believe, yeah, there we go. Probe's help will constantly degenerate until it is destroyed. So it's not a long-term thing for these Grey Knights. Chaplain inspiring his men into greater acts of blood and carnage. Cassigans taking a long way home, although they will be got by a frag grenade. Although they will still have the movement speed to escape. Missile launcher just kind of curving around the side, grabbing one of those guys. Grey Knights not giving up against these Ogrins. Ogrins have got 3 really low health models, including the... Sorry, they're not called Bulgrins, are they? That's a new... whatchamacallum's unit from the Guardsman Codex. It's actually called Burgrin Boneheads are the leaders. Showing my age there, guys. Ogrins here are going to die slowly but surely. Cassigans causing all sorts of mischief in the base will get another strategic point down. Chaplain continue to chase them. They are going to attempt to decap this strategic point very, very quickly. Although it does look like, yeah, they will get a full squad wipe, sacrificing themselves in the name of decapping that point. Ogrins over here also dying. 135 and 60 in the economy compared to 65 and 30. So to be fair, the Guardsmen do have so much money or so much economy to play with that they can kind of just throw things away. They are now going to get some Hellhounds in the mix, and Imperial Guard, their general, they don't have like a vehicle cap. They've got like a fire support resource. So the more bodies that they have on the field, the larger a vehicle cap they have. The Hellhounds coming out very, very good with their close range flamers. Will cut through infantry, heavy infantry, and buildings alike. Space Marine is going to be decapping these critical locations just to save themselves from a critical location loss. There are a lot of Guardsmen just chilling out around here. None with their plasma guns as of yet. The infantry command over here firing some plasma. Hellhound slow but surely watching them from a distance. Like Cerberus at the gates of hell. They shall not come and pass. Listening post over here, unsupported and unupgraded. That's a bit unfortunate. That will go down. The soft underbelly of the Guardsman's line will be used. Force Commander now back out. He has got full head of hair, full health bar, should I say. Hellhounds getting into position, nice and spread out. Lots of grenade launchers now for the Guardsmen. We'll try and knock back these Grey Knights. Grey Knights have been upgraded with their charge ability. Managing to get a smite down. Breaking lots of the morale. No commissars to inspire these men into greater acts of faith. Do have a Rhino coming down. Space Marines chasing after, trying to catch up. Grey Knights though, not having the best of time against these Hellhounds. Force Commander, a bit alone in this world. Although he is tanking the damage from the Hellhounds quite nicely. Do some more Space Marines over here. What's going on with the Space Marine base? Nothing too exciting. As the Force Commander flees. Do some more Hellhounds coming out, as well as a Basilisk depot being built up. Second Field Command being popped down as well. Again, in Dawn of War Pro, if you build a second HQ. Well, we've got a limit of 2 HQs, and the HQ gives you the option to increase your squad cap and whatnot. Also allows you to buy more hero gear. You're normally locked to 1 per tier. Every commander has 2 hero gears per tier. If you get a second HQ, you are able to gain access to both pieces of equipment. This is a sizable amount of guardsmen, but then again, this is also a sizable amount of marines. Marines do quite like fighting at a distance. These guys have got 1 plasma gun and 3 missile launchers just for good measure. Rhino moving down the flank, shall we say? Be interesting to see what mischief is going to get planned. Oh, no, never mind it. I was thinking it was just going to charge into the base then and cause some havoc or some plasma generator bashing and whatnot, but deciding against it, thinking it was not the best idea. Some more guardsmen being popped out from this infantry command is going to see if they can capture critical location. Bit of a standoff at the moment. Both armies, I would say, are fairly equal. It's not a clear victory for either side. Imperial Guard are going to commit. Although with all the missile launchers instantly getting this Hellhound to almost half health. Same going to go for this Hellhound. Grey Knights going to tank as much damage as they can, keeping these guys at bay while the missile launchers of Space Marines see if they can take care of the Hellhounds. If they can get rid of the armour, that will free up a lot of Space Marine fire and health, as these guys do tend to melt through any armour and whatnot. Do some targeting ops for the command squad. Command squad just kind of chilling over here, potentially being forgot about at the beginning of this engagement. It's quite a big engagement coming up. Basilisk on the back flanks. Hellhound going to see if they can focus on this listening post. Grey Knights moving in. They're going to smite right in the middle, doing a lot of damage and morale damage to these Imperial Guardsmen. Guys are now going to charge in. Hellhound, well, neither of them have really been fired at. The missile launcher crew is somewhere. Not sure where the Space Marine missile launchers have gone. Grey Knights, morale has been broken. Chaplain not really inspiring his men all that well. These guys are going to get picked off very quickly with the sheer amount of plasma pistol fire from the sergeants and the grenade launchers. Missile launcher crew now finally out, will destroy 1 Hellhound. Basilisk firing away, Rhino transport on very, very low health. Space Marines over here feeling the burn from this Hellhound. Chaplain and Force Commander now out. And I quite like that. They've decided to type as many different squads as they can. Chaplain separating from the Grey Knights. Force Commander taking care of these guys, but only 4 left in this squad. Rhino transport dropping off the missile marines outside the Basilisk. Command squad moving in. They have got a priest in their squad. We'll try and keep these guys occupied. Rhino transport going to take them away. These guys, I do believe, have an apothecary in them. Basilisk holding firm, to be fair. Doing a fairly good job. Grey Knights not surrendering. Continuing to charge in. Where's the Force Commander gone? Force Commander is still in there as well. Do they have a apothecary? Yeah, they do have an apothecary. Although this Rhino transport is going to go down as well as the Basilisk. Command squad adding 1 more kill to their tally. Grey Knights narrowly surviving a squad wipe. Guardsmen there, been very active, moving around all the time. Going to keep alive for the moment. Space Marines just kind of chilling around over here. Don't want to overextend or overcommit. 82 and 38 for the... Are we? Yeah, for the Space Marines, compared to the 144 and 69 of the Guardsmen. Guardsmen going to go for a Vindicate Assassin. Mars Pattern Command coming out as well. Space Marines going to go for a Librarian. That tells me that they've gone for Tier 3 then. So very hero-focused, or centric build, shall we say. Chaplain a little bit on his own. Will want to run back home. Maybe within the protective aura of the... aura, sorry. Of the apothecary. Massive Imperial Guard force moving straight down the middle. Will the Mars Pattern Baneblade do for us been finished? Are going to build a full-scale war. and go for that all-important Baneblade. Although, will the Space Marines survive long enough for the Guardsmen to require a Baneblade? Space Marines over here, they've got no Rhino transport. It'll take them a while to come over here to get into a defensive posture. Listening post over here with the shooting bits on will go down very, very quickly. There are a grand total of 3 priests in this squad, which will keep with his God Save the Emperor ability, will be able to keep him alive for a very, very long time. Just the sheer amount of DPS that these boys will be able to bring to bear is just absolutely deadly. Do not want to get in close combat with those boys anytime soon. Strategic point over here, getting minced down. Plasma generator also going down. Grey Knights throwing down a smite. Librarian also joining in with some psychic shenanigans. Space Marines firing at a distance. Force Commander with his stubby little legs trying to catch up. Plasma generator has gone down. Force Commander turning his attention towards this Librarian. Librarian not ideal for close combat. Will get taken down very, very quickly if left unassisted. Well, mind you, from a Space Marine perspective, you never expect the Commander squad to have triple priests. Force Commander getting nice, close and personal. These Space Marines with their triple heavy bolters absolutely mowing their way through all the infantry, all these dead Guardsmen. Red splatters on the floor, being turned into mincemeat. Grey Knights, 3 moles left, still holding firm. Chaplain keeping his men inspired, healthy and willing to fight. Guardsmen over here now being tied up by the Imperial Guard. Sorry, no, Guardsmen being tied up by the Librarian. And it does seem as if the Space Marine Commander... No, Space Marine Commander has survived. But we do have a Vindicator Assassin somewhere. Where is he? Vindicator Assassin over here. We also have an Inquisitor as well for the Imperial Guard. The new unit for the... whatchamacallums, the Imperial Guard. Managing to lose their commander there, so massive morale debuff going for the Guardsmen there. Force Commander slicing that dude in half. Space Marines trying to take care of this Vindicator Assassin. He is just going to get nice, close and personal. Not sure if that's where he wants to be. Will be taken down. We do have a satellite what? Good on that. What on earth does that do? Inquisitor ability. Sophisticated communications device. This device interferes with orbital starships. Blah blah blah. Ah, I see, and it brings in a big shiny. Wow! Look at that. That's amazing. Christ, look at the size of area effects of that. That is gorgeous. I mean, these Space Marines aren't enjoying it themselves, but heck, you flip, I had no idea that the Inquisitor could do that. Anyway, Lehman Russ battle tank coming in. Can be upgraded to get a Vanquisher cannon or a coaxial mounted heavy bolter as well as a las cannon. God, that was just gorgeous to watch. That was amazing. Has the Baneblade came out yet? Oh no, he's not getting any Baneblades, just going for his Lehman Russes. Do believe that Lehman Russ do come from the Mars Pattern Command. Although this Lehman Russ caught out of position a little bit, unable to retreat, was beaten down by these Grey Knights. Inquisitor with his Thunder Hammer, wielding it with one hand, by the by, like a real Chad. Firing away at these Grey Knights. Grey Knights smiting these Cassicans. Got double Cassicans over here. Going to move back a little bit. Lehman Russ battle tank firing away. Pushing the Space Marines back once more. More Guardsmen coming out. Do have some more Lehman Russes. And it's all looking a bit... I thought that the Imperial Guard had it for a second, but these Space Marines, now with their hero-centered army composition, have not gone for any vehicles whatsoever. They are just focusing on small elite squad of dudes. Scouts over here capping this critical location. These Guardsmen will have something to say about it. Rhino transport just relaxing. Not really wanting to get involved in anything. Especially when these Lehman Russes are on the field. They are not to be sniffed at. These missile launcher boys will have their work cut out for them. We've got a grand total of 4 missile launchers on the field at the moment. 1 in that squad, 3 in this squad. The amount of... what would you call them? Missile launchers. Not sure if having the Lehman Russes at the front of the formation is the best idea, but then again the Casicans would fall to the heavy bolters, so it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Unless, of course, you've got some Chimeras in the mix. Grey Knights going to chase away these guys, but now is probably the time to push in while the Grey Knights aren't around. These guys are quite like that. Infiltrated, moving in, getting as close as possible. These guys cannot see them. Force Commander would have to get a little bit closer, but the sheer amount of plasma guns available to them, they are going to mince their way through the Thermite armour of the Space Marines. Force Commander does go in, he is able to detect all these dudes, although will more or less get instantly wiped as these Space Marines fell back a little bit too far. Grey Knights engaging in long-range combat will shoot at these Casicans, although they are also going to die very quickly as well. And that is a GG from Rolly McNolly. Oh, well, that was a very, very good engage, waiting for those Grey Knights to move away, using that temporary Casican infiltration. I understood what the Space Marine player was doing in using the Force Command to detect them, but these Space Marines were a little bit too far behind to really do anything in the way of DPS and defense and death and stuff. Cool, well, that was exciting. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never chore. And I will see you in a bit. Peace.